Yeah, good. I mean, bantamweight fights. I'm a lot happier. I get to eat some food, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, I was gonna say, how has that adjustment been like? Obviously, from one opponent to the other one, and now it's Ode Osbourne. And
Honestly, I'm so used to having cancelled and switched opponents. Like, it doesn't even faze me. Just I'm training, and yeah, throw a name at me, and I'll be there.
yeah, for sure, we've seen that. So, obviously, I know you're going into this one in a spot I know you didn't want to be in based on how the last three fights went, but you've only faced top opposition. So, do you think this weekend will be a performance like a y'all must have forgot type of deal?
That's definitely the plan for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think a win is just very important. Yeah, despite the quality of opponents or whatever, like, yeah, a loss is a loss, and I need to get back to winning form. So I'm looking to come out here and put on a you must have forgot type performance.
That's awesome. And what do you make of Ode Osbourne? I know he's been in the company for a while now. So what do you make of his tenure here and just the way he fights?
Yeah, I mean, he's southpaw, so that's tricky. Super explosive, like early especially, and he's been around a while, so he's experienced. So I know that I got to mind my P's and Q's, but I just feel like the longer the fight goes, the better it is for me. So just, yeah, dragging him into deep water is definitely the plan.
And before his last fight, he was also going through a skid himself. Obviously, he dropped a couple, but obviously, again, with good opposition. So do you think that speaks more to how good the flyweight division has become in these past couple of years?
Yeah, I think the depth of the flyweight division is definitely improving. Yeah, it's unrecognizable from what it was 5 years ago, I think. So they're doing a great job at signing flyweight talent. But I think just, yeah, because the UFC and the sport's so popular, like, you're seeing more and more people in general start fighting. And so, yeah, you're seeing good fights every week.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, I know you just said you want to have that y'all must have forgotten moment this week, but is there a mental part, that may be challenging going into this one? We know some fighters have spoken out saying it's kind of tough going into these fights when you're on a skid. So do you feel that way, or do you not feel that pressure at all? How are you feeling in that term?
No, of course I feel the pressure. Like, being in the UFC has been my dream forever, right? And yeah, to be on 3-fight losing streak, like, it feels like, yeah, fighting for my contract now, and that's not a nice place to be. But I think if you dwell on that too much, it can only be detrimental to your performance. So all I can control is what I do, and so that's what I'm going to be doing.
And obviously, we know the hype the name Astro Boy had when he made his short notice debut in the UFC. So what type of statement do you think you need to make this weekend against Ode for people to, start talking like that about you again, and start putting you in these big fight conversations again?
Honestly, I don't think it matters what kind of performance. I think the result is the most important thing. So I'm just going to go out there and do my thing. And if that means spectacular finish, that's awesome. If it means, unfortunately, boring stand-up, grappling affair, whatever, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm going to do my best, and I know he's going to do his best, and we'll find out who the better man on the night is.
Sure, no. Win or loss, Australia's, as everyone knows, is doing great right now in the MMA scene. 2 champions right now, Alexander Volkanovski and Jack Della Maddalena. Just kind of talk to me about how it is, being a part of that landscape right now, and just, the boom of talent Australia's going through right now.
Yeah, super exciting. Like, everybody's a buzz over in, well, I can speak to Perth mostly, but yeah, everybody's heaps of people in the gym. Like, everybody's very excited. Like, when Jack won the title especially, it was huge news. And yeah, I mean, I would love to be the 4th Australian champion, and then, yeah, really put Australia as one of the great fighting countries on the map.
Obviously, Carlos is fighting down under soon. Is there a part of you that wants to make that quick turnaround to be on that card?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I thought maybe when I had a couple of pullouts, they might push it back to Perth. But yeah, obviously, depending on how, if there's injuries or anything after this fight, we'll see. But I'd love to fight on Perth, yeah, for sure.
And just last week, one of the opponents you're supposed to face, Park, stepped in for Tatsuro. So just want to get your thoughts on how that fight went, and just, do you think Tatsuro could be next for one of the shots at flyweight?
I think Tatsuro is, one of the best fighters in this division. He's very young and he's super skillful. So I honestly did believe that that's basically how the fight would go. And yeah, I'd love to in the future, obviously, get a couple good performances, and then, yeah, we can fight for a title, or we can fight before this, or whatever. Like, I just want to fight the best guys. I've said that repeatedly.
What do you make of the landscape at the top right now? It seems like everything indicates towards Alessandro defending against Josh Fan. What do you make of that and just the rise Josh had to get an opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason he got the shot is because, he took some short notice fights and he beat some good guys. So I'm taking nothing away from him. Like he's young, good boxing, but I just think Pantoja he's going to be too much for him. I don't see, like, Van's not like a big power puncher or anything like that. And he does have decent takedown defense, but like Pantoja's takedowns aren't like scripts, like perfect technique takedowns. Like they come off like weird transitions and stuff like that. And I think once he gets his back, it's over. So, good on Van. I wish him nothing but the best. I just don't see it going his way.
And I think some people forget that you were potentially one round away from dethroning Alessandro at UFC 301. So are there some things you take from that fight as you start this potential second title run in your division?
Yeah, I mean the biggest things I take away is that and it's not just him. It's like Moreno, it's Kai, like they're not doing anything that I haven't seen before. They don't have anything that I don't have. It's just like they're just another man in front of me. And I think I've been putting these guys a bit on a pedestal to the detriment of my performances a little bit. And I'm not going to be doing that anymore.
Thank you.
Steve, just to follow up on that point, how do you go about not putting guys on a pedestal and rather putting yourself on the pedestal that you need to be?
I mean, I think positive self-talk, as lame as that sounds, is very important. Like they're called magic words for a reason, right? If you go, oh, he's so good and blah blah, like they become that in your head. Whereas if you say, fuck that guy, I'm Steve Erceg, I'm the man, like that starts to play in your head. And obviously, like there could be, you can go too far, and that's when you see people get arrogant and cocky and stuff like that. So you got to keep yourself in check, or even better, you can have people around you that keep you in check. And I'm very lucky that I have a lot of people like that.
Are the people around you keeping you more in check, or are they trying to boost you up? Like,
They definitely keep me in check. Yeah.
Also, happy belated birthday as a fellow late July baby. Also turned 30. So, any revelations that come with entering your third decade here?
Revelations?
Or
not really. I mean, just being comfortable in my own skin maybe would be the big revelation.
Yeah. I know we talked about it in Mexico. You've really embraced the spotlight in a different way. Like high-profile fights obviously shoved you into the spotlight, but you seem to become really comfortable with being in the public eye in a different level. How have you gone about balancing, the things that come with that and the attention and the pressure that comes with a lot of eyeballs on you versus, getting your work done and doing what you have to do in the octagon too?
I don't know. I just, do the best with the tools that God gave me. And, I don't know how to answer the question really, sorry.
No, you're good. Fair enough. I know you talked about wanting to potentially fight on Perth if everything works out, but if that doesn't work out, how would you like to look at the rest of the year? I know you have some other commitments at the end of the year, but how do you look at the rest of 2025 for yourself?
Yeah, if I don't get a fight in Perth, I think it's likely I don't fight again for the rest of the year. That being said, I'm probably going to be trying to get some jiu-jitsu competition stuff in. I used to do that a lot before I was in the UFC, and I thought that competing as often as possible is super helpful. So I'm going back to that, and I guess don't get injured.
And then I also have to ask, since last time we talked to Mexico, you were still doing the not drinking before you get the title thing, but you have the wedding, you have your bucks coming up. Is that still something you're going to stick to during those parts of your life? So I'm not brave enough to tell Caitlin that I won't be drinking. So I'll probably drink on my wedding, and then every other day will be a no alcohol day. Yeah. I think that's very fair enough. As far as the fight, when I know you had the opponent changes and whatnot, so it's a lot of focus on just what you can perform and how you do. How do you envision, if you're doing what you should be doing and you're staying on your P's and Q's against Ode, what does this fight look like?
I feel like mostly it means I submit him, but it could just mean I make him really tired and I hurt him really bad on the feet. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, for taking the time. Just a little bit to what you talked about with Zach. Does it feel it's good, for lack of a better word, that we get to kind of downshift? You've been in these big fights. You've been on the poster, the main event. A little downshift instead of 25 minutes, a little 15. Does that feel a little good to where you're like, oof, okay, I know how to game plan for this because I've been doing the big boy stuff. Let's do a little 15 to kind of just have some fun.
I mean, the confidence knowing that I can go 25 definitely, it plays a factor. Like, I know I can go 25, so I can push really hard for 15 minutes. And as far as, like, I like big moments, so, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, again, all I ever want to do is fight tough guys. And I do think Ode is tough, so I'm not, on paper, for sure, step down an opponent, but I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at another guy in there that's trying to hurt me, and I'm going to try to hurt him right back.
And also, following up on that, it's at a catch weight. Not a catch weight, sorry. It's not at your usual 25, 35. You get to eat a little better, not as hard. Like, how do you tweak that? Because I see the smile on your face just when I said 35.
Yeah, so how do I tweak that? I have, obviously, the PI and the UFC nutrition team, they do a great job for the fighters, like organising their food and stuff fight week. And my weight is so good that I'm getting to eat rice, I'm getting to eat carbs and all this sort of stuff. I'm allowed a coffee. It's just, I feel, and I'm sure everybody around me can attest, I'm just a lot happier. And hopefully that means a good performance.
That's awesome, and it always translates into a good thing, especially as a fighter, as a professional such as yourself. Last for me, I'm glad that you touched on the whole words correlated with the confidence, because you've had guys like Floyd Money Mayweather put the best ever on a shirt and hat and wear it. You've had his squad tell him he's the best ever. So it's such an important role to have a good team behind you, but also not to get arrogant or cocky, but just that right mindset. How has that been a part of your evolution and progress to say, okay, I do need someone to remind me that I'm good at what I do to keep me balanced, right?
I can definitely see some of my coaches doing it, and I don't know why it annoys me, but it does annoy me. It's like, stop giving me compliments. I don't like it. So yeah, I can see everybody around me trying to remind me that I'm a bad dude. So I'm very lucky. I've got a great team. I've got great people around me, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
That's awesome, man. Well, good luck on Saturday. Can't wait to see you go to work.
Thank you.
Speaking of T-shirts, do you have any new Astro Boys shirts coming out soon?
No shirts this time, unfortunately. Couldn't think of anything witty or comedic at all.
You recently competed at the AF BJJ state titles and all that. For you, is that something that's just a one-off, or are you going to try to do that more heading into fight weeks and stuff?
No, 100%. I want to do it as often as possible. I'm toying with the idea of stopping over in Melbourne and doing the jiu-jitsu, like the national jiu-jitsu comp there. Obviously, if there's no injuries and stuff like that. I want to compete as often as possible. That's wrestling, that's jiu-jitsu, that's anything that doesn't count as like a combat sport, I guess. Like, obviously, boxing and kickboxing are way out, but jiu-jitsu is fair game.
Would you ever consider doing UFC BJJ?
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely consider it, for sure. I mean, that'd be a really cool thing, like really cool spot to be in. Like, I've always wanted to go to ADCC. That was like my thing when I was really young. And somewhere along the way, I sort of went away from like that, and I was trying to really work on my wrestling and stuff. But ADCC, I probably is a big goal of mine. Yeah.
What shifted that?
What shifted it? I was sick of not submitting everybody. That's all it was. So screw everyone. I'm coming for the next.
I mean, last time you were at the Apex, you had an incredible knockout against Matt Schnell. After that, in the backstage, you had met Tom Hardy. Did you ever get to roll around with him?
No, I didn't. That was very cool, though. The fact, I didn't. It's cool meeting nice people. The reason he even came backstage to talk to me is because he thought he was being rude, because I had noticed him and said hello, and he was doing something he couldn't say hello back. Yeah. So he made the effort to come out the back and say hello. So it was obvious he wasn't dismissing me. So I thought that's a very cool thing.
And on the note of meeting famous actors, obviously you've leaned into the Michael Scott stuff and everything. Have you ever met or ran into Steve Carell yet?
All I'm going to say is, if you've ever seen us both in the same room at the same time.